Everybody, welcome back for another Facebook Live video. We got some really cool items for you today. Somebody was asking me for a bit of a basics video with like wire and tools and stuff. We had a lot of people stocking up for quarantine and stuff, so we are limited on some stuff, but I kind of went over and pulled some of the things that I could find. And so we'll start with that and then we'll move into like our regular like beads and things like that. So let's see. In no particular order at all. Okay, so let's do some wrapping wire first. First up, we've got, this is for like wire wrapping pendants and things like that. So when you buy the wire, you look at this top corner, it tells you what size it is. 20 gauge is a larger around than a 24 gauge. Okay, so for stronger wire, you do bigger things typically. For daintier wire, you do smaller things. So like gemstone beads, like loop and wrapping. If you want to make your own beaded chain, this would be perfect for that. You kind of only go thinner if you need to. Other than that, just kind of use the largest wire that the bead will take. 20 is really good for wire wrapping pendants and things. And then 22 is the next one. Really good for earrings. You can also wire out the pendants if they're smaller. And you can do your loop and wrap with this because it's a little bit thinner, so your hand doesn't get quite as tired as when you do it with this thicker one. And anytime you're going to do something a lot, I prefer the 22 as long as it'll fit through the bead. And if it doesn't fit, I go down to 24. And then if it really doesn't fit, I'll go down to a 26. But that's kind of only if it's necessary. So these retail for $6. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $4. And I've only got one or two of each one, so when they're gone, they're gone. So $4. And this is, it comes in different colors. I've got the, oh, well, not a lot. Antique gold and gunmetal is the main. And I've got one copper, it looks like. So, antique gold, 22 gauge, $4. And 24 is $4. And the 26 is $4. And then we've got 20 in the copper is $4. And then we've got 20 in the gunmetal. And it's kind of like a blue-black kind of. $4. And we don't have the 24, but we've got, I mean the 22, but we've got 24. $4. And the 26 is $4. And then, okay, so another thing that you want to look at has 26 round. That means this wire is round. This is square wire, so the wire is literally cut in a square, and you can see it's got little flat sides in it. So what you do with this one is you lay it down, you cut like maybe 3 or 4 and lay them all together and bundle them together for like intermediate wire wrapping when you're like bezeling stones with multiple wires and things like that. You can twist it and kind of make it faceted looking, all kinds of stuff like that. So we had one in the square gold. Retails for $12. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $8.50. And then when you're working with wire, you need to straighten it. And so we typically have a wire straightener that's just on a handle like a regular tool. We're just out of them right now, but we do have the wire straightener refills. And so you just undo the screws that are in there, slide it off, slide a new one on, and put the screws back in. Really simple. They retail for $4 for a refill pair. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $2. We've got several of these, so grab up whatever you like. And then there's also a different kind of straightener. It's called a deluxe wire straightener. And it has these 3 little rollers, and this lets everything hinge. So you kind of like fold it up like a taco, and your wire sits in the middle, and then you just drag it over, and it straightens your wire. So you put the wire in the middle, clamp down on it, and just pull it across, and it straightens your wire. It doesn't work for the really thick wires, but everything that I just showed you, except for the square, it probably won't work on the square. But everything else, it should be fine with all of that. So retails for $28. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $10, and I've got several of these. Oh, look, there's a picture right there. And it works pretty good for if you have problems with it bowing. and you can't get it to actually sit perfectly straight without kind of curving up or down, it helps with that a little bit. Okay, we've only got the heavy duty wire cutter. This is really good for those square wires because they are stiffer, or your thicker wires. So when you start getting up to like 18, 16, 14, it tends to mess up the medium weight cutters, and for sure the lightweight. The lightweight cutters that are blue and they say Play-Doh on them, they're not really meant for the hard wrapping wire like this. They're meant for stringing wire and pearl knotting, because the blade is a little skinnier, so it can get between the beads for pearl knotting, is what they were really made for. And then the traditional one that we sell that's blue handle that does not say Play-Doh on it is kind of a medium one. That's for most of what I just showed you. And then if you do any of the thicker stuff, you should really kind of be using one of these, unless you're just kind of over it with your other cutter anyways and you're wanting to get a new one, then go ahead and use the last little bit of it. But if you do it, you know, too heavy of stuff on your other pliers, it can mess them up. So this is made for really heavy duty things, so you can pretty much cut anything. It's not for memory wire. There is a special cutter for that. If you use your regular cutters on your memory wire, even if it's these heavy duty ones, there's gonna be a hole in the middle, so don't do it. But this is good for just different things other than memory wire. Retails for $32 for Facebook Live. It's gonna be $18. And I think I have one or two of these. All right, memory wire cutter. If you're gonna play with memory wire, we only use a memory wire cutter. Okay, it's gonna trash anything else. You're gonna have literally just a hole in the middle. And actually, I bet you I can go get a pair of cutters and show you what I mean, because it happens. Amazingly, none of these have it on there, but usually it'll just be a little hole right in the middle of the blades where it's basically whichever one is softer is the one that moves. So when you go to cut a piece of memory wire with your cutters, it just makes a hole instead of actually cutting the wire. And so when you close your blades, you can see like a little hole in there. So they make a memory wire cutter, and I've got one open that we can show you. So different color, same thing. So it's instead of being straight, when you close it, it's like a little circle, and it cuts like a shear. So it just goes totally straight across. And so it's just a little bit of a different cutting, and cuts through the memory wire without damaging them. These last forever. I've only had, I think, this one pair, maybe another pair just because I sold a used pair to somebody since we've opened. I mean, nothing happens to them unless you lose them pretty much. So these are pretty awesome. If you don't have memory wire cutters, I would recommend it. I think I've got two of these. Retails for $22 for Facebook Live. They're going to be $14. Baling pliers. So when you're doing pendants, when you make the loop on top of a pendant, sometimes it's nice to have, this is called a baling plier. So it's larger rounds than your normal size, like round nose that you would use. And a round nose tool is tapered down to a point, so you can do a smaller one, a medium one, a larger one, depending how far but you go back. This, it's one size or the other size, and it's consistent every time. As long as you use the same side of the plier, it's going to be the same size loop. And it really helps with thicker wires or really stiff wires because the tool is very strong. This is a 7 and 9 millimeter, so you can make a 7 millimeter loop or a 9 millimeter loop. Also, when you're doing lots of things where you're going to see it side by side, you want them to be exactly the same. So this is kind of the way you go about that. So you use a tool that just has the two sizes, and just really handy and makes a big difference on things. Retails for $16 for Facebook Live. It's going to be $9, and I think I had 3 or 4 of these. All right, stretchy needles. So if you have never seen one of these before, be your best friend. It's sharp on both sides. It's real flexible. So if you need to kind of manipulate it to go through some of those 2-hole beads and things like that, and things that already have a curve in them, you kind of have to bend the needle a little bit so you can stick it in there and then use your flats to kind of hold the eye of the needle and point it through the holes that you need to and kind of force it through a little bit. And having a flexible needle is really nice for that. It's also pretty long, so you can stack up lots of beads, and it has a big eye. So this whole thing, it's easier when it's not on the package obviously, but the whole thing opens up. and you can see there's a little picture here. The whole middle opens up, so you just poke your string thread right through it. So really easy to use. They don't last forever. They do have to kind of get replaced, and they do tend to get lost easily because they kind of match with like the grain of the wood and things like that whenever you drop them. So we always say, you know, maybe get like an envelope and put like an X on the envelope so you don't accidentally throw it away, and keep them in there, or some sort of container so that we don't lose it. They retail for $2. These are what we use for our stretch bracelets. And for Facebook Live, they're going to be $1. And I think we've got about 30. Okay, this is a hard beading needle. So you use this with like Wildfire or Fireline. Beading needles are a little bit different than sewing needles. Sewing needles, the eye of the needle gets much bigger. So when we try to use those, the eye doesn't always go through the bead, especially not multiple times when you're going back and forth with certain projects. Also, beading needles technically do have a front and a back. So it's concave on one side. So if you're having a hard time stringing through it, flip your needle over and try it the other way. They're pretty flexible, so you're probably not going to break them. When they're too stiff, especially sewing needles, it's really hard to kind of go in between and kind of force your way through some of those beads. So you want a little bit of give to it. This is really thin. It's a size 10, so it's easy to go through pretty much most of your beads with any patterns that you have, no matter how many times you need to go through it. This is the one that we're going to use for the leather wrap bracelets. That video is going live for you guys tomorrow, so that way it'll be a good little Saturday project for you. Really the only stipulation with that is the hole in your beads need to kind of be big enough to go through with the needle. But other than that, you can kind of do anything. And it's sharp on the end, but it's not like deathly sharp. It's not going to hurt too bad if you poke yourself. So pretty handy. I like these, and these are the only ones that I really use. Retails for $3.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $2, and there's probably about like 20 or 30 out there. So, okay, bead tips for pearl knotting. So if you've never seen one of these, let's get one out. It looks like a little clamshell kind of. And what it is, it's the part that goes between your beads and your clasp whenever you are pearl knotting, or knotting any kind of beads. They don't have to be pearls. So let's see if we can look at it. So it looks like this, and it closes over the knot. There's a hole in the middle, and then you tie your knot, put the thread through, and this will close over the knot, and the knot will be in the middle of it. And then when you close it, these two loops align, and you can just run a jump ring through there to put your clasp on it. So really pretty cool. And just makes everything more secure. So anytime you're going from the silk thread, and we do have a video up on that. It is earlier in the month. I don't remember what day it was though. And so yeah, these pair really well together. So retails for $1.50. There's 6 pieces in there. You're going to use 2 per project, 1 on each side. Okay, so this will make 3 projects. Retails for $1.50. For Facebook Live, they're going to be 75 cents. Okay, so these are D-rings, is what it's called. Kind of like a jump ring. It does have a split in here, but you're going to need some serious force to open these. They're very, very thick. So what they are meant for is for like sewing projects. So what I actually got these for was making something for Ava, and you just stitch the little fabric over here, and then you can clip their leash on there. But what you can also do with them is anytime you're using leather, you can take like your leather and go through and bind it here with like a rivet or an eyelet or something. Also, you can use it for the masks if you're making masks right now. So you would just take your fabric, go over the edge, and then stitch it on, and you can tie your elastic onto there. You can do something a little bit maybe more comfortable if the straps are hurting your ears or anything like that. And they're just really handy for all different kinds of craft projects. Alright, so they retail for $1.50, and there's 2 in the bag. For Facebook Live, they're going to be 60 cents, and there's 2 in the bag. Okay, this is another cool thing you may not have known that we sold. So for stringing wire, you have this little clip that goes over there. They break it sometimes. It just happens. And then your wire's kind of going crazy. So we sell replacements. So if yours is broken and you're been trying to like tape it off or something, these are really handy. So they retail for $1.25, and all you do is just clip it around your spool of stringing wire. For Facebook Live, we're going to do them for 60 cents. Really handy if you're cleaning and organizing right now. Make everything a little less crazy. Alright, bead mats, pretty handy, just a good surface to work on. These are I don't know, I think they're 10 by 12 or something like that. It's the smaller of the two sizes. It's a little bit larger than a piece of paper, but perfect for working on. And sometimes I'll have several. I'll even kind of fold them up and keep my project together and stick it in like a bowl or something so it doesn't spill. All different kinds of stuff. They retail for $4. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $2, and I've got a whole stack of them, so grab up whatever you like. Okay, so now let's get on to some beads and stuff. So first item we've got for you guys, these are 4mm. They have a nice big hole in them. So this might be a good practice project for your leather bracelet if you're wanting to do the leather wrap bracelet with us tomorrow. And that's just going to post as a regular video in the morning. It's not going to take the place of your live video or anything. It'll probably go out earlier in the day, so that way you can kind of play all day, and it'll stay up for, you know, indefinitely. So it's just fun, something new to learn, kind of like a digital class, basically, if you want to see how to do it. But these have a nice big hole in them, so it'll be easy to stitch back and forth. The strands are 16 inches, so that would make a double wrap around your wrist. It would go around twice, or you can mix it with other stuff too. And we'll kind of go into all that in the class. But they're just miracle beads in a really pretty lavender color, and they're just beads, you know, they don't have to be for that project, but they would be easy to do with that project. They're cute little spacers for stretch bracelets. Put a little crystal in there with them, and they look really good. It's kind of like a pinky lavender almost. Retails for $8. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $4. I think I've got 7 strands available. Oh, this is one thing that I wanted to do so that way I can get it out of my way. Okay, we've got one of these left. I'm going to have to kind of pick up the camera real quick, so bear with me. One bracelet T-bar. Okay, the little bracelet bars come off, so if you want to lay them in your drawer, you can do several of them that way. These sides pull out of here and lay in here totally flat, so if you want to take it apart and collapse it, if you're not using it, you can. And they hold a ton. I think you could probably put maybe about 100 bracelets on here. I wouldn't be surprised. And it's just this really pretty linen. It kind of goes with everything. They are $20, and I've got one available. Make a little room here. Alright, so let's move into some beads. I've got all kinds of pretty colors over here. Let's do some kind of beachy stuff. I'm kind of in the mood for that. Bring our world back over here. Alright, so this is aquamarine. They're kind of like a pillow cut little rectangle. Just a really pretty color, nice and rich, really summery and beachy. Retails for $32. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $18. And we've got one available. I had a few. Oh, this one actually would be really pretty for the leather wrap bracelets. It's coral, but look at like this really pretty peachy color. I think this might actually be one of the ones that I play with for our project tomorrow. And it's just really pretty coral. As long as the holes are big enough, that would be the only thing. I think they'll be all right. Retails for $36. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $20, and I've got a couple strands of these available. Alright, next up I've got a couple of aquamarine nuggets, and you can tell the aquamarine goes from very blue to kind of a sky blue to kind of like a bluish green, and it's just really pretty, all different kinds of ranges. I think that's all the aquamarine that I pulled today. So just really beautiful. So smaller, kind of larger, a little bit more blue, and kind of a sky blue, little flat. They're like flat nuggets because they're not really ovals. They're all a little bit different. They're all hand done. So really beautiful. You can mix them all together. You can wear them singly, whatever you want to do. Okay, so these are the smaller nuggets. Retails for $25. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $14. We've got one available. And then the larger nuggets retails for $35. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $16, and we've got one available. This would actually just make really pretty, just chunky bracelets. And then a little bit more blue, really pretty. Retails for $29. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $16, and we've got one available. And little flat ovals. We'll just call them ovals even though they're kind of a rough cut. Retails for 28. For Facebook Live, they're going to be 14. Okay, similar in color, but a totally different stone. This is called kyanite. And you can see in the stone, it kind of grows more like quartz in layers. So it's almost like shimmery on the inside. Really pretty. These are little daggers or tooth beads is what they're called for the shape of it. You can see that one right there, really pretty. Real shimmery, kind of like labradorite. Makes it really pretty if you just want to do like a long necklace, or if you want to like double it and kind of overlay them over each other and do something a little bit more fluffy. It'd be cute. Do have a couple bracelets with them. All different kinds of stuff, but they're really pretty, and kyanite is a really nice stone. Retails for 44. For Facebook Live, it's going to be 20. And we've got one available. It's a good deal for kyanite because kyanite is not cheap. I pulled some turquoise as well. So it's feeling very summery when I was picking everything today. Okay, so this is turquoise as well, but it's like this green blue. Really cool looking. I think that one is too. And that one. Okay. I think that's all the turquoise that I pulled. So really beautiful colors. A little bit of everything here, so there should be plenty to choose from. So bright blue to kind of like a medium turquoise to like a green blue. Okay, so we'll give them each their own number. There's only one strand of each except for these blue-green little nuggets. I think I've got 3 of those. But everything else, I think there's just one. So really bright blue, much larger than chips. They're more like small nuggets. Really easy to work with when they're a little bit bigger like that. Retails for 24. For Facebook Live, they're going to be 12. And this is genuine turquoise. Yeah, a little bit larger nugget, more the traditional turquoise color. I mean, they're all traditional, but you know. And these are bigger nuggets too. That'd be really pretty for just like a little chunky bracelet. Retails for 45. For Facebook Live, it's going to be 20. The little flat rectangles. Excellent markings. Retails for 49. For Facebook Live, it's going to be 26. And then kind of like a large ovally nugget, lots of really good markings on this one. Retails for 32. For Facebook Live, it's going to be 18. This one's a really nice little oval. Lots of really beautiful markings on there. Retails for 54. For Facebook Live, it's going to be 28. These are the little blue and green little chips. It's a really cool color, and it's natural that way. Naturally grows that way. Retails for 22. For Facebook Live, it's going to be 9. And these are all real turquoise. All right, gem quality ovals. Really beautiful markings. Gorgeous. Retails for $129. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $69. A little bit more nuggety shape in the dark green. Retails for $36. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $14. And then a little melon shape, really pretty. These would be fun for the leather wrap bracelet too. And whatever you're picking out for that, keep in mind they sit sideways like this because the hole doesn't go like this. You do them and you string the beads down like this. So really beautiful markings. Retails for $84. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $36. And then this one I thought was really pretty with all the other stuff. So this is Appetite, and it's this natural, like gorgeous blue, green, transparent color. Really cool markings, very like earthy, but it's this like vibrant blue. It's actually a lot brighter in person. It's almost like a turquoise blue. And it's just really cool stone. So you can, you know, string it single, do something multi, and like mix it if you wanted to bulk it up a little bit. It looks really cool with pearls, with little sterling beads if you wanted to put in there. Retails for $18. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $12. We've got one available. All right, really pretty little pearls, very even, really excellent quality strand. Real cute for like a little dainty necklace. If you want to do the leather wrap bracelet, I think they're all close enough in length to be consistent that your leather wouldn't be kind of doing that on the sides. So that would be maybe really pretty. As long as the needle goes through, that's kind of the main thing. Oh yeah, these seem pretty big. I think you'll be fine. Okay, retails for, and it's a long 16, maybe even 18-inch strand. Retails for $16. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $10. And I think I've got 4 of these, and these are excellent quality. Very even, very well done. This one is gorgeous. Okay, so this is called Seraphinite, is what the stone is called. Look how much it's glowing. It's like very shimmery, very like foresty, fairy looking. It's got beautiful markings. It's almost like mother of pearl, like how reflective it is, but it's this great like natural green, super dark, like green and black marbled together, almost like a shell, like just real shimmery. Really pretty. It's actually much prettier in person than it's showing up on cam, but it's a really pretty stone. These are AAA quality. Retails for $124. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $60. All right, this I think is a graduated strand. Maybe not. No, I think it's just all different sizes. So it is adventuring rounds, and you get a little bit of everything. So it ranges kind of from 4 to 6 millimeter-ish. Retails for $16. And for Facebook Live, we're going to do it for $8. Beautiful, rich green color. Okay, let's pulled some crystal for you guys. Pull it all out. Alright, so keeping with the blues and greens, we've got a sky blue crystal, really beautiful, 8mm rondelles. Retails for $16. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $6.50. We've got 1 strand available. Beautiful sky blue color. It goes well with that turquoise really well too. White with an AB coating on it. This is a 3x5mm. The strands are even longer. Retails for $16. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $8. Really pretty grayish crystal. We had this in a larger size on one of our other videos, but this is just gorgeous, really, really sparkly. Very long strand. It's about 20 inches. Retails for $16. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $8. We've got 1 available. It's really pretty. It's like a peachy flesh tone color, just very pale. And this actually goes really well with the turquoise and the shell. And I pulled some other kind of fleshy tone things that y'all will see either later on today or maybe in tomorrow's video. This will go really well with too. Retails for $16. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $8. We've got 1 available. Beautiful coral, good mix with the turquoise as well. And then I think they're not exactly the same, but they're pretty darn close. We have it a larger as well. So this one retails for $16. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $7. And we may have 2 of these. I'm not 100% sure. And then same thing here. I think I've got a couple of these. Retails for $16. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $7. Looks great with that turquoise as I'm laying it over there. Looks beautiful. Alright, kind of a minty green. Retails for $16. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $7. And we've got 1 available. Okay, these are not in the color scheme, but definitely in the ocean theme. So these are shell beads. They're naturally this really beautiful purple color. And they're just so pretty. So pretty. And they're very, like, pretty smooth. Like, I don't think they're too rough. They retail for $39, and it's called Cebu Beauty Shell. C-E-B-U-B-E-A-U-T-Y Shell. And it's just a really pretty natural purple color. Excellent for something beachy. Retails for $39. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $18, and I think I've got a couple of strands available. Alright, some of those vintage metal stampings. Let's do a few of those. So this one's really fun. It's like a little clock, and all this stuff, it's punched through the brass, so it's very lightweight because they just press through brass sheet and make the shape. So, really just kind of cute. See, a little clock. Retails for $2.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1. And we've got 1 available. They're all one of a kind. Little fleur-de-lis. Super cute. Retails for $2.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1. This one's pretty cool. It's a coin. It says 50 cents, 1979 Jamaica. And I can't really tell what the picture is. There's a lady and another lady and a shield and maybe some fire or something. I can't really tell. Something going on in the middle. They have something like a vase or something. I don't know. Really cool. I'm not sure if this is a real coin or not. I would guess not because it's kind of thin because it's the brass and it's just punched, but still very cool looking. Retails for $2.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1. These are pretty fun. There was a couple different, it's almost like little picture frames. So you can get kind of fancy and like glue something behind it, or you can run a jump ring through here and dangle something in the middle of it, or just do several of them like as a charm bracelet and just let them hang. So there's another one. They're all just kind of cutesy. Okay, so we'll do them each with their own number. Retails for $2.50. It would actually be really pretty if you wanted to put it in front of a pendant somehow and make it hang in the middle, so that way if you have like an oval pendant like that and then this was just kind of in the front, that would be really pretty. Retails for $2.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1. And a little rectangle with the little flowers on there. Retails for $2.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1. This one almost looks like a little flower wreath, and it has little flowers all over it. Retails for $2.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1. You know what you can even do? Use them as a toggle clasp and then make your own S-hook to go in there. Or if you have extra toggle bars from something else that you turn into earrings, or make this a pendant and like clip the lobster claws on there or something. Be cute. You can do that with the other ones too. Alright, this one is more of a connector, because it has the little loops on both sides. So you can tie off your bracelet on each side, or you can turn it up and down and do like a pendant and hang something off the bottom. But just really beautiful work, very detailed. Love these brass stampings for how much detail they have in them. Very pretty. Retails for $2.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1. And it'll be number 58. Alright, these are really fun. Also very beachy. So this is abalone in wood. I don't think it says what kind of wood, but they're really pretty, and you can see it on both sides. So really pretty Be kind of cool for a bracelet, for a pendant, all different kinds of stuff. And they're all double-sided. And I think just typically there's one lighter and one darker because that's how the shell grows. So those two are kind of the same. Those two are kind of the same. So really pretty. Just very unusual. And pretty lightweight too, not very heavy. They retail for $8 because all this is hand cut and hand set and everything. Retails for $8 for Facebook Live. They're going to be $5, and we've got 4 available. All right, another really pretty shell. These, like, they even took out the camera. They're so bright. It's just really pretty, kind of like a pinky flesh tone. It's got a little bit of tan in there, but just really beautiful, very like feminine shell. Just kind of like a white peachy pink. And retails for $1.65, and the holes go through it long ways. And they're just little flat ovals, make really pretty like earrings and bracelets and stuff. Retails for $1.65. For Facebook Live, they're going to be 70 cents. All right, this one's all hand done too. So it's abalone, and they cut the little squares, and then the white is mother of pearl, and then they assemble them all together like a mosaic, and then there's resin backing in the middle, and then it's got the same thing on the back. It's really pretty, really fun. The whole goes corner to corner, so they sit like a diamond. Okay, so keep that in mind. Retails for $4.25. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $2. Looks like we've got 7 in there. Also abalone, and this is just how the shell naturally grows. They just ground off the outside edge of it so you can see the inside, and it's just this natural little shell shape. The hole goes straight through, and they're beautiful. It'd be gorgeous little bracelet focals. So I've only got 2 left of these. They're very popular. Retails for $4.75, and you can see how shimmery they are. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $2.75, and I've got 2 available. Another really pretty beachy one. This is called Chrysocolla. So you can tell sometimes it's more blue, sometimes it's more green, sometimes it's kind of half and half. So you may want to comment and tell me like what you want, and I will do my best to pull it for you. But it's this really pretty, so it is faceted, and it's kind of curved a little bit, so like a wave, it's called wave something cut. So really, just really pretty summery stone. Retails for $6. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $4, and these would be great for bracelet focals. Okay, so $4, and yeah, really pretty. Okay, this one is really pretty as well. It's Amazonite is the stone, so it's this really pretty like teal turquoise, and it comes with marblings of black and brown and white in it, and just really pretty markings. Oh, that one's even prettier on the other side. That one's got some red in there too. The holes go corner to corner, so they sit like a diamond, so just keep that in mind. Oh, that's pretty. Totally different on the back. How funny. Okay, so if there's one specific one that you want, feel free to let me know. Or if you just want to tell me, you know, more blue or more brown or more white or whatever, I'll be happy to work that out for you. Again, really cool like bracelet focals. Be good on for the top of a tassel necklace or a purse dangle. Retails for $4.75. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $2.40. And then this is the same stone. It's Amazonite as well. And they're little teardrops. So you can do them up and down, or you can do the large side on the bottom, whatever you want to. They're just really beautiful color. They look like wavy, beachy, like perfect for summer. They retail for $2.75. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $1.30. And I've only got 4 available. This is cracked quartz in the blue as well. If you can tell, we kind of have a beachy theme going today. Retails for $1.75. For Facebook Live, it's going to be 50 cents, and we've only got these 5 available. Turquoise, really beautiful crystals, really rich color. Retails for $2. For Facebook Live, they're going to be 75 cents. These are clay beads, so they're all handmade, And it's just a really beautiful turquoise color. Great big holes, excellent for leather, or hiding your stretchy knots in, or if you want to stack them up and make earrings, all kinds of stuff. Retails for 35 cents. For Facebook Live, they're going to be 10 cents. These are little ceramic guys. It almost looks like that. I forget what it's called. Is it like French something? They do it for plates and all that, like lots of like dining sets. Really pretty, just beautiful markings. And they are about 8mm round. Retails for $1 for Facebook Live. They're going to be 50 cents. And they have a decent size hole in them too, so they'll hold your stretchy knots really well. Alright, really beautiful crystal, kind of blue with a champagne AB on there, very like watery looking, kind of a sand and sea with the gold AB. Retails for 16. For Facebook Live, it's going to be 9, and I've got 2 of these available. This is a beautiful piece as well. It's a nice big piece of fluorite is what it's called. So it naturally grows this purple and green layering together. Really pretty. It's about 5 inches. It's a really pretty piece. Retails for 49. For Facebook Live, it's going to be 21. And we've got 1 available. Okay, so I pulled, these are stacked tassels, and they're about maybe 2.5 or 3 inches tall. Really cute for little pendants, for little purse dangles. You can take this off if you want to. You can run wire through or put a jump ring through. If you want to cut it right here, it's been bound in a knot, so you can just put a little tiny drop of glue on there and it'll secure it, so that way you can just run a jump ring through this. There's lots of ways you can do it. You can cut this and tie this in a knot around a jump ring and then glue the knot that you did. You could just totally leave it on there, maybe stack beads above it if you wanted to. All different kinds of stuff you could do with these, but they come in a couple different colors, and they're very summery and beach. They'd be cute to like throw on your little beach bag, or just make like funky earrings with them, or a long necklace, all kinds of stuff. And they're really soft and fluffy. So this is, you know, mint, turquoise, and white. And then there's a little darker version. So dark turquoise, medium turquoise, and light turquoise. And well, this one has 4 little stacks on it. Really pretty, just ombre. And then this one is different shades of green. And then it also comes in black and gray. So if you want like an all year round one. Okay, so they retail for $12.99. For Facebook Live, we're gonna do them for $5. And we've got, which sees what we got. So 2 of everything except for the little green one, there's only 1. So $5, and we'll do each color gets its own number. So $5. $5. And they're very lightweight, so if you wanted to make big funky earrings, that would be cool too. $5. All $5. And the black and gray, $5. Right. Okay, this I thought was really cute. So we have maroon ear wires. They're really pretty, just a dark maroon, and I thought they would be super cute with the little Texas on the bottom, like A&M earrings. I think that would be so precious. So we're gonna do the ear wires as one and the Texas as another one. So the ear wires are 75 cents a pair. For Facebook Live, they're gonna be 40 cents a pair. And the little Texas with the heart cut out retails for $3.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1.50. All right, Alright, these are pretty fun. We have 2 different options, and then there's a similar crystal option. So all of these kind of have that oil slick metallic looking. The crystals are kind of like just a little fancy cut, real thin rondelle, really pretty. These are hematite, and they have purple with like a golden AB aura cut, and it's just like a little saucer. They're about 3 millimeters. And these are a square that has the edges faceted off, and it's got like the full oil slick. So you see like purples and golds and blues and greens and pinks and a little bit of everything on this side. So we'll leave them each their own number. These retail for 45 cents. They make really cute spacers, and you can stack up 2 or 3 next to each other, and it kind of emphasizes the look a little bit more. Retails for 45 cents. For Facebook Live, they're going to be 20 cents, and this is all that I've got. So, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like 30 or 40 in there. And then the little saucers retail for 35 cents. For Facebook Live, they're going to be 15 cents. 1-5. And the crystals retail for 35 cents. For Facebook Live, they're going to be 20 cents. Little Tree of Life pendants. Really pretty. They do have loops on the bottom, so if you want to hang something from them, you can. If you want to leave it alone, then it'll just look like curly roots. You can hang it here. You can hang it twice off the sides. Anywhere you find a natural loop, you can use to hang it. You could even do maybe like side to side here for a bracelet. Maybe this one and this one. Be really pretty for a bracelet. So just beautiful, like very well done tree. And they're pretty lightweight. You could just make them into earrings too if you wanted. They retail for $3. For Facebook Live, they're going to be $1.25. Another little stamping for you guys. Just like a little, oh, it was like the first time. Actually, that looks backwards. This is the front. So it's like a little flower, and it's just cupped up a little bit. So you can put a little bead in there if you wanted. You could leave it how it is. You can hang it like a charm. You can hang it side to side for a bracelet if you wanted. Just beautiful, really pretty detail. It almost looks like vines or like tree branches or something in the middle that make it up. Really pretty. Retails for $2.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1. This one I think is really pretty. It's got little leaves on the edge and a rhinestone in the middle and a flower. Beautiful piece. Retails for $2.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1.25. Really pretty little heart with a bow and some flowers in it. That one's very detailed. Retails for $2.50. For Facebook Live, it's going to be $1.25. And the last thing we'll have for you guys today is going to be our little puppy charm bracelet. So you can do, I have one that's finished that I will sell, and then the rest will be kits. So first come, first serve. But it just says love, there's a puppy, a paw, a life is good, a little swirly heart, a little different kind of puppy, dog person, you and me, different heart, different puppy, and then little pearl with crystals. Super cute, just a little charm bracelet. It's got an adjustable chain. So this can be kit or finished, but we're only going to sell one finished one at this price. And it retails for $20, but for Facebook Live it's going to be $8. And I've got one finished and the rest are kits. So let me know if you want 86F for finished or 86K for kit. Okay, really cute gift also. Alright, and that's going to be the last thing we've got for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let us know. And we will see you tomorrow for a couple different things. We'll have another live at 8 p.m. And then in the morning sometime there will be a post about our leather wrap bracelet class. So have fun with that, and you'll have a great night. Thanks for watching. Bye.